first we're gonna open the advent calendar. Ooh, it's a big one. All right, let's see. What's this? This is our first, like, big box. Oh, I think we got something different. What did we get? Oh, the Florence eye patches. This is so funny. Jacqueline got this calendar last year, and her daughter's name is Florence, and so she gave her the eye patches. But when I saw them, I wanted to try them. I've never tried these before, so we will do these. I'm just gonna take a shower, so I will put these on after my shower. That's exciting. Yay! Okay, I need to vent. I just called the doctor's office because she's still coughing. She coughed to the point of throwing up last night, which this is not the first time. I just talked to my mom last night too, and we figured she has been coughing for almost a month, like at night specifically, but now it's all day. So I called the doctor, and I am not impressed with our receptionist at our doctor's office. When I had pneumonia, I had called in because I'd had a fever for 10 days, and I'd called in on day 4, and she's like, it's a virus. You know, I'll get the nurse to call you. And the nurse called and was like, yeah, it's just a virus. Like, you'll be fine. Call us if like it lasts more than 2 weeks. So I called after 10 days of feeling like absolute crap. I'd had a fever for 10 days, called a doctor, and the receptionist was like, you can't have had a fever for 10 days. Like, you had to have had a break at some point. And I was like, no, I haven't. And she's like, well, can you bring in your thermometer when you come in? So I brought my thermometer in. They checked my temperature with my thermometer and then used their thermometer. Guess what? They matched. Oh. So then my doctor listened to my chest. She's like, I don't really hear anything, but you know, I'll send you for a chest x-ray. She calls me back not even like 3 hours later and was like, hey, you have a bad case of pneumonia. Well, no crap. So anyway, I called this morning. I said she's been coughing for a month. She's coughing at night to the point of throwing up. I'm up all night with her coughing. She's not sleeping. She's had a fever for 7 days. I need her to be seen. And she's like, well, I'll get the nurse to call you. And hangs up. So now I'm waiting for the nurse to call me so that I can tell her that if they do not give me an appointment, I am taking her to the hospital because I want her chest x-rayed. Like, I get that there are a lot of viruses and I get that the viruses are holding on, but when my kid is not sleeping for over 2 weeks now, we have not had a full night's sleep. She's been up at night. When she's had a fever for 7 days, and I was so excited this morning, she woke up with no fever. I just checked her like an hour ago. Her temp's going up. So that's where I get frustrated, and that's where I'm so angry. Like, you can hear her. And I get you can't do anything with viruses, but like, she's had pneumonia not that long ago, and with my son has chronic asthma, like really nasty asthma. He's on like a plethora of steroids to keep it under control, which I'm not happy about. He's got a allergy appointment in January so we can see if there's any allergies or anything that we can try and like get him off some of these steroids. But with his asthma, I have horrible asthma, so I am concerned about her lungs. And the last time she had pneumonia, they didn't even do a chest x-ray. And they haven't had a follow-up since their pneumonia 2 months ago. So yeah, I'm concerned, and I'm going to be very vocal about that. Don't piss off mama bears. We will get you. I guess what I'm trying to say is just like, advocate for you, advocate for your child. However, it shouldn't be this big of a fight. Like, it's so frustrating that it's this big of a fight. And it's so frustrating that in order to get answers, I have to take my kids to the ER and sit there for 3, 4, 5 hours to get a damn chest x-ray to find out, oh, guess what? They do have pneumonia. And I was talking to the nurse at the ER when I was there recently, and she was like, this is not just here, this is everywhere in Canada, like Ontario specifically. And she said, like, doctors' offices are fully booked, and then the people that can't get in have to bring their kids to the ER for like an infection that could be determined by a doctor, and it plugs up the ER. Like, the whole system is just crumbling right now, and it's just, I know it's not the doctor's fault. I'm not blaming the doctors. I'm not blaming nurses, obviously. I'm blaming, I don't know who I'm blaming, but I'm frustrated. I'm sorry. Let's turn this day around. So I heard back from the nurse, and we went through everything. Like, do you have a humidifier in her room? How long has this been going on? Are you giving her the right dose of Tylenol? Are you blah, 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 blah. And I was like, at the end of that entire conversation, which lasted like 10 minutes of her just like bombarding me with all these questions about, am I doing enough as a mother? To which, yes, I am. But I said to her, like, I'm concerned about her lungs because she had pneumonia 2 months ago. We haven't had a follow-up chest x-ray. And she was like, well, that's usually 6 to 8 weeks after. And I'm like, yeah, we're in that window. Like, it's been 6 weeks, 7 weeks, actually, I think. And she's like, oh, well, I'll mention that to the doctor. We don't have any appointments today, but I'll give the doctor a call and I'll get back to you. So I said to her, well, if I don't get an appointment today, I will be taking her to the ER. I'm just frustrated. I'm so frustrated how hard you have to fight. And I called my mom and I like vented to her. And then I called my good friend and vented to her. And she was just like, oh my gosh, you've been through the ringer. So we'll see what the doctor comes back with, but I'm going to get dressed. I did my hair, but I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to pack a bag. Her temperature is just going up and up and up. So we're in the 38s now. I'll probably give her some Motrin before we go. And then I think we're going to be going to the ER today. Happy Vlogmas. If you have kids and you're struggling with sickness right now, I'm so sorry. It's rough. It's really hard. It's a lot to deal with. And you're doing your best. We're all doing our best. I'm there for you. I feel for you. Sending you lots of love and hugs. Let's go get ready for the ER. All right, guys, excuse my appearance, but I think it's time for an update. I don't even know where to start. I don't know where I left you guys off. I think I left you off where I was waiting for a call back from the doctor's office. So our doctor called us back. Not our doctor, but the nurse at our doctor's office called us back and basically just said it's probably a viral infection from the pneumonia that she had 2 months ago, and gave us a prescription for dexamethasone, which is a very high dose steroid that she's had before, but it was when she had croup. And I didn't feel comfortable with that, and them just prescribing something that heavy without hearing her or seeing her. So I called my husband and I said to him, like, my gut's telling me she needs to be seen. Like, I just need her chest listened to. And so he's like, okay, I think you better go to the ER. So I took her to the ER. Immediately we got triaged. Her oxygen level was 94, and